been about 3 hours since I've been to all that I've been able to read about is that a string of hit and runs have been occurring in the prefecture as of recent. There's been a total of 8 fatalities so far in the area. God damn. Usually the victims are found dead by morning due to passerbys or local residents in the area that report them to the police. These murders have been recorded to always have taken place between the times of 9:36 and 1 a.m. The hit and run driver has never been found or caught, and the vehicle that was used for these murder sprees hasn't been identified either. The Japanese government has not been able to dig up anything regarding this case, which is why I'm here. The only reason I'm even able to do this is because the Japanese decided to switch around my last name to my middle name and change the date of my arrival from April to March. If it wasn't for that, the CIA would have gotten me by now. They believe that since I'm the lead detective from one of the most haunted states in America, that I would have a strong and knowledgeable background in this stuff. Fuck, that McDonald's is getting to me. I hate how this place boxes people into categories like colonizers. It really pisses me off. I asked them many questions before I started to investigate into my case. If the murderer is doing hit and runs to cause murders, have any of you been able to pull bank records for gas purchases, security camera footage from the local area? What about witnesses? You tell me ain't nobody seen this thing driving up the pass between the times of 9 p.m. to 1 a.m.? They all collectively answered no, they couldn't find anything. They assured me hundreds of sentences over that they've dug up every possible piece of evidence they could find from anywhere in all areas. Actually, I was stunned. This shouldn't be possible. How? But then I ended up asking these men, where was the ghost part coming from? What makes you think there's a haunting going on around here? But that's when they told me about the Akina incident 10 years ago. How Takumi Fujiwara was pronounced dead with no body to be found for the funeral, and gave me the detailed file of the report that happened that was made that night. It's been 5 days since I started my case, and it feels like the world is going to shit in my bed and I've got nothing to show for it. I got the CIA from America calling my phone asking me why'd I leave the country. I gotta deal with ghost cars and deal with said ghost dead people because of said ghost car. Where's my mental break, huh? Where's my victory champagne? I just discovered that ghosts are real and they want my nose back in those files, but this time, I'm not doing it. Boom. Anyways, before the bastard slinked back into his cell after our interview a couple days ago, he'd written down some things for me. What I found most intriguing about these notes, besides the schematics of the 8-6, was still can't believe that machine was beating RX-7 cars with just a modified blue-top engine. No, what I found the most intriguing was the affiliates of Takumi Fujiwara. Bunckler wrote down only 3 names, but it's a good starting point nonetheless.
どこで会えますか?
Hello, Mr. Taku.
俺たちは同い年だし
Dude, we're like the same age. You don't need to do all that formal stuff, to be honest.
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind. So, let's talk about that night, shall we?
君、本当に話す準備はできてるの?
You sure you're ready to talk about it? You look pretty shaken up, almost like you were there that night.
Yeah, I'm good. Just tell me what you know and I'll be out of your hair.
これは私にとって今でもとてもデリケートな問題です。たくさんは亡くなるまで何年も親友でした。彼は内気で臆病で本当の時間私と
This is still a very touchy subject for me. Tatson was my best friend for years before he passed. He was shy and timid. He stayed only to himself and me most of the time. Really, he worked, but spaced out pretty often though. Like something else always had his mind, but it seems like he could never tell what it was.
Wow, he sounded like a good guy. Real good guy.
彼は最高だった。いつも最高だった。だから僕は彼を尊敬していた。あの段急なら誰にでも勝てると思っていたんだけど。
But what? What else is there?
その夜、匠さんがナイトキズの慎吾さんにガンブテップデスマッチ。
That night when Takumi-san was challenged to a gum-tape deathmatch by Shingo of the Night Kids, I was scared for him. It was the one time I feared Takumi-san wouldn't win.
Shingo of the Night Kids?
みんな集まってたんだ。あの人では見るべきだったな。高橋兄弟、インパクトロブル。
Yeah, man, and everybody was there, man. You should have seen the turnout. The Takahashi brothers, Impact, Blue, Team Emperor, you name it. They were all there to see the legendary white ghost of Akina spin his wheels.
Rivington Bunckler, 28 years old, has 3 PhDs, lead detective of the Salem Police Department, and is currently unmarried with no kids. Are you that guy?
How did you know all of that?
Itsuki is a real motor mouth once he lets his tongue off the brakes.
I see.
Ugh, listen, I'm busy right now, so I'm gonna make this as quick as possible for us both. Listen, on August 15, 1992, the 86 was racing against the EG6. It was like 11:24 p.m. Me and Itsuki were there while the race was going on, okay? Like 3 minutes had passed before we heard that something went wrong on the last turn before reaching one of the 5 consecutive hairpin curves. We were all told at the top of the mountain that Takumi's car had spun out into the forest. But here's the scariest part though, nobody could find the 86. Everybody at the bottom searched high and low for the damn machine and it was nowhere to be found at all. The last thing anybody could remember was what? Oh shit, I gotta go. Good luck with the chase. I'll see you when I get to Japan, Bunckler.
Hello? Miss Mogi, are you there?
Konnichiwa.
Hello,
O
mister.
genki desu
How
ka?
are you?
I'm alright, but I'd call you just to ask some questions about a night you may remember from 92.
Takumi wa
Is
imasu ka?
Takumi there?
No! He's been deceased for quite some time now, and I was just wondering if you know anything about what happened the night of August 15th that year.
Takun wa shinde nai yo. Kino issho ni itanda. Ma atarashi 860 draibu shite tanda. Kare wa jibun no korumo o sogoku hikori no motote. Okane o
Kun
kuretai.
isn't dead.
Ashi atari shita.
I was with him yesterday.
Sore kawa watashi
I was driving
o
around
nakute.
with him in his
Kondo
brand new
watashi o
86.
kurasanakata
He was
to.
so proud of his car, he gave me money and made love with me. Then he beat me and yelled at me for not killing the kids. We always talk on the phone, but I never know while he refers to himself as CPS. We've talked for hours about the kids, and it's always about the kids.
Of course, Mr. Takahashi. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you will. Right, of course, Mr. Takahashi. As long as you're willing to comply with the demands of the police, that is, I'd be happy to meet any demands you happen to give me. Yes, sir. My father is from this country, but moved to America at a very young age to be a mechanic while my mother... Why are you asking me to do that? This is an interview, not a joyride, Mr. Takahashi.
Please, just call me Ryosuke, Mr. Rivington.
Wait, you speak...
I own a multi-million-dollar company, Mr. Rivington. It was bold of you to assume I only spoke Japanese, but if you will, continue driving.
Fine.
I'll tell you everything I know while you drive. It helps me concentrate.
Whatever. Anything for your compliance.
So, what you want to do first is oversteer this next turn while keeping stability.
What the fuck? Are you fucking crazy? What do I look like to you? I'm sick of taking these orders from you. Are you gonna comply to the interview? Because if you're withholding information...
You're trying to solve the case of Takumi Fujiwara, right? The ghost car of Gunma. The legendary 8-6, right?
What does that have to do with anything?
If you're gonna solve this case, you're gonna have to study the culture of what was once our while to do it. Really, there is nothing anyone can tell you to help you solve this case. Be it if you don't want to die, like all the others, who have to beat this thing at its own game.
All you people are crazy. I'm law enforcement. Half of you should be sitting behind bars for speeding illegally down mountain passes. Fucking minors.
And now we're all adults living our own lives in the straight and narrow. You've seen him, haven't you? You've seen Takumi on that mountain, haven't you?
Yes.
And you've seen the old 8-6.
Yes.
So it's your choice, Yort. You're either living the little time you have left in denial, or you learn the only skill that'll keep you alive in all this. It's your call.